Hello, it's Burgess Taylor, and it's Plan with me in the Hobonichi. Um, I'm enjoying this. I'm a journaler at heart. I'm not really a planner. I plan because I have to, because ADHD and anxiety. Um, it's sort of, yeah, if I don't plan, then I'm more stressed out, and then I don't get as much done, and I'm distracted. So the tracker's going pretty well. I showed that a second ago. So far, so good. I'm using the stickers that I got from Wishy Washy on Etsy. I'm not a real big fan of like a whole lot of stickers, but I thought I'd give it a try. Just these little icons, a few little bits and pieces. Nothing major. I wanted to um, just try something different. I'm getting out of my comfort zone a little bit, so I'm putting these little icons down. I don't have like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube kind of icons, but these are some little icons I can use, so that it helps. That way I'm not writing as much in these little boxes. Um, and you know, the decorator, the arter, the artist. Um, I enjoy adding little bits and pieces of detail, and I will draw or put something down that shows whether it's YouTube or Patreon or Facebook or something like that. So those are little notebook and pencil stickers, and then these are little coffee cup stickers because I do coffee chats for YouTube and for Patreon. YouTubes are usually on Monday and Patreons are usually on Tuesday, but sometimes I run a little late. And I wanted to kind of, that way I don't have to just put CC for coffee chat. I can put the little mug, the little coffee mug, and that takes care of that. So I'm adding all these little icons for different things. Icons are for example, on the 11th, I'm getting my oil changed. Some bills are due, different things like that. I'm also putting in little pencils and little notebooks like on the 21st. I put the little red house sticker. I'm going to put that down because that's when Mr. Victor starts school. So I use the little red schoolhouse kind of thing for that. And I'm drawing the Dark Tower here from the Gunslinger from the book by Stephen King because on Wednesday Mr. Rockstar and I are going to go see that at the matinee. I'm an avid fan I'm an avid fan of Stephen King, and The Dark Tower is one of my favorite series, period. And so Mr. Rockstar's been watching the preview on TV, he's been seeing it, he's like, he wants to go, he's never read the books. So we're going to see the difference in opinions between mine and his because he's never read the books and I have. So I wanted to do a little bit of artwork for that date night. On occasion, I will do a little artwork on the calendar itself or on the weekly pages when I want to chronicle something that's important. And I'm adding little bits and pieces of washi tape. I'm not adding like real big things, but I do have some washi tape that represents different things I do, like filming and editing. I use the little movie reel when it's editing, and I use the little cameras when I need to film. A lot of times I am filming one day, and I'm editing something else that I've already filmed that same day. Some days I need to figure out a schedule for like filming and editing and get a little bit better at that. But I'm still learning the editing process. So I'm adding these little bits and pieces of washi tape. I'm going to add a little bit and piece of washi tape that's like a laundry washi tape, some books. I have some art washi tape somewhere. I've got to find it. I can't find it. But you know, just little bits and pieces of different things through my day. I want to start chronicling. Want to start putting pictures on Instagram more often. So I need to do that. And right now I'm doing my tasks and I'm writing with my TWSBI Mini, which has the new turquoise ink that is, let's see if I can pronounce this right, Irishizuku. It's the turquoise. On the top of the box it says Kujaku. I'm not sure. I used some birthday money and got some stuff from Amazon, like a new paintbrush, a new platinum carbon dust pen in red. That's what I drew the Dark Tower with. I got a Zero paintbrush. I think of the Winsor Newton Cotman series. I'm trying to get better brushes, and some brushes are going to be the really nice. I'm not spending a fortune on brushes because I'm still learning, but now I'm at the stage where I want to get decent ones, and the Winsor Newton Cotman are for students, and they're good brushes. So I'm sticking with the silver black velvet brushes, the Winsor Newton Cotman, the Princeton Neptune, and the Princeton Snap series. You know, brushes, some synthetic, some not. Squirrel. I think the black velvet brushes are squirrel. So here's where I'm putting the book washi tape, because I'm rereading the book It, and I'm also reading a non-fiction book. So I dedicate a couple of days during the week specifically to reading, and the rest of the days I read for like 30 minutes, but on those days I usually read for a good hour or more. Here's where I'm looking for certain kinds of washi tape, and I'm not finding it, so I'm going to make do. And that's okay. That's what we do. So like I said, I'm more of a journaler at heart. I plan because I have to plan, and I'm going to be using some of the front part of this book, because this is the spring edition, for things like ideas for Patreon and ideas for YouTube and some collections and different things, because I'm definitely not wasting all this beautiful Tomahawk River paper, but it makes it interesting because I can use the front of the book. And I think at the end of this year, in September, October, when I order Hobonichi for next year, I'm going to actually order the Avex series in the cousin, because I'm going to split it up for the first half of the year and the second half of the year, so the books aren't quite so chunky, because they are going to get chunky no matter what I do, whether I add ephemera or not, whether I add stickers or pictures or whatever, because I watercolor on those pages. So here's where I'm using my new Winsor Newton Cotman Zero paintbrush, and I'm coloring in. I'm painting the Dark Tower. It's in a field of red roses, and I didn't draw the actual gunslinger. My Snoopy washi tape will never stick completely. I love the washi tape, but it's not very good for adhesive. The adhesive on the back is not very good. So this is pretty fun right here. I'm really enjoying it. That is a very fine, it's a detail brush. So you're putting in little tiny bits and pieces. I'm using my travel watercolor kit because it has the Daniel Smith and the Schminke in it. And I love these watercolors, y'all. I love them. I want all the Daniel Smith and all the Schminke watercolors. I guess I need to, I don't know that you have to choose a brand, but I'm loving them. Like, seriously loving them. I still like my Winsor Newton Cotman. They're not as juicy as the Daniel Smith. They're more opaque. They're definitely not as juicy as the Schminke or the Daniel Smith. But for when I'm doing practice stuff, I use the Winsor Newton Cotman a lot for doing practice stuff. So there's up close, and now you can kind of see. I thought it was fun, and it added a bit of element to my page for the week. This is working out really well so far. I like not having to draw out everything with lines and the calendar and this and the that. And I love this paper. So I've decided to make the Hobonichi work for me instead of trying to work the way that I thought maybe it was supposed to be, or whatever. I'm making the pages work for me. So here's the journal page. I'm practicing faces, and I went grocery shopping. I did some work. I ended up going grocery shopping with my mother-in-law. We had a really good time because it's tax-free weekend here, and we also went shoe shopping. We got Mr. Rockstar a new pair of tennis shoes. He needed a new pair for work and a new pair for home, because he ended up wearing his ones for home to work, because his work ones were like they've got holes in them and the bottom parts coming off. He's rough on shoes, and his mom and his dad needed new shoes, His mom has worn hers out. So we went shoe shopping, and I was looking for a pair of red flat a pair of low top red Converse for myself, and couldn't find any. They have the fuchsia ones, and the fuchsia ones were on sale, but no red ones. And I want red. I want the plain white with the red and black little stripe, or I want the red, and they didn't have either one, the red or the white. So no shoes for me, but that's okay because I got other things. So I am putting up stuff now, put up the washi tape, and I'm looking that Mr. Victor starts school on that day. It's with a little school bus, and I put the thing for the solar eclipse. That's like the sky, it's the galaxy kind of washi. And I don't like how that looks completely, so I started adding little bits of white in the center of the flowers, and then I decided to add the leaves with mild liners, and I kind of wanted to just add a little bit of here and there. I keep going back to different things and touching things up. So I am done, y'all. I hope you enjoyed this. Have a good one. Bye. Thanks, y'all.